Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another unofficial H3 waiting room. We got some stuff to talk about today. As usual, we have some Instagram posts, some Reddit posts, a video that's a few days old by Lus, our man Tony. So I want to check that out at some point too. But we're going to be looking at mostly Reddit posts because listening to her stammer through her Am I helping or whatever video was just so... Is that what it was called? Am I helping? Can I just Google that? Can I YouTube that? Oh, it did actually work because I already watched part of it. It being an hour and a half long, it didn't really... From the bit that I've watched through, I was kind of, scanning it, making sure everything... Seeing how it sounded. It was a lot more yammering than I'm doing right now, I gotta be honest.
I make flippant statements or, not go into it deep enough. I think that happened probably with me commenting on Ela Klein and Teddy Fresh.
Wow. I think that goes with, for most of your video, I've got to be honest. But like I said, we got to look at some Instagram posts first, then we'll look at all the Reddit posts, and we'll, kind of skim through her document a little bit, just because I just did think it was so funny that she said that, she's like, I didn't use snark for everything. Most of the Reddit, links are to H3 snark or FOMOA. And, I mean, like I've said, using a snark or just using Reddit as a source in general, those clips are coming from somewhere. If, her excuse was that, oh, it's good to source things that might have been deleted, like his N-word compilation. That's a video you need to source from the snark. Okay, but a lot of these are literally just clipped, we love to say it, some chip clip content. And I don't know, it's funny because she tries to use the excuse of it shouldn't matter where the information is coming from, it matters what the information is. And that is true, but you didn't do your due diligence in understanding the content and the context of the information that you were looking at. So yeah, we'll go into it a little bit more in depth in just a second, but first we've got Instagrams to look at. Who's seen this guy? Robin Channing. This guy's kind of a legend. I've been seeing him for a while do this kind of stuff, and I've been kind of passing it off, oh, whatever, this ain't a big deal. But this one got me. This one did something to my psyche. Let me know if it does the same for you.
Do you have a pass? Please start more with that.
Thank you for watching.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Robin. And he walks off. How does he do it? How does he do it? I like this theory. It's impressive because this video would be much easier if he would have just walked backwards and reversed it. But somehow he got all these people and a dog to do it. What the fuck? And the scooters and bicyclists. And cars. I think what gave it away for me was the way humans walk backwards. It looks a lot different than reversing forward walking people. So true. Hola, Miko. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to chat, all the regular schmegulas. Happy to see everybody. I've been seeing this guy for a while. This is the first one that actually spoke to me. This is literally all of his content, though.
I don't know, the elevator's over here. Get up the
See this right here? This is a magical device he has that reverses time, but while he's holding it, it doesn't affect him. This camera is actually an illusion. There is nobody holding the camera. He is just using his mind powers to levitate it himself. Is this real? Yeah, this is real. Yeah, see? It's right here. It's on video. The thing that does make it kind of funny is that nobody looks at him. Like, it. Let's just assume. I know it's untrue. I know this is all real. Imagine he actually is just walking backwards. Nobody's fazed by it. Like, people do not give a shit that he's just walking past them in reverse. Time traveler or alien? Maybe a little bit of both. A time traveling alien. The best of both worlds. This is quite literally all of his content. Oh, he's got some photos in there. Ah, yes. He was having fun at Comic-Con. Oh yeah, he has an orb. He's too good. Can't get hooked on him though. I could talk about him all day. I can see why no one's fazed if it's New York City. Fair enough, yeah. They just saw some homeless dude dressed as a wizard walking like a possum on a leash. You know, yeah. Makes sense. It's New York. What do you expect? Guerrilla Games is the next sport to bet on. Who's betting on this? I do actually watch Card-Jitsu once in a while, you know. It's a pretty good competition. They choke each other out with seatbelts. Gen Z versus Boomer. Oh no, he's going to use the old man's strength. He's been in brawls like this before. But this is a new adaptation that they've added. A new evolution, one might say, and it is the Guerrilla Games.
Round two. During the break, Rusty was spoken to by the officials about his fingers crossing over the line of scrimmage. And you can see now that's happening quite a few times. Raven was just awarded a point. Nice arm drag by Outlaw. It's now 1-1. And again, Outlaw's fingers over the line of scrimmage. He's been given another point now. Raven's got the lead 2-1.
Oh my, Outlaw sucks. Outlaw can't even, like, he keeps just putting his fingers over the line.
Nearly halfway through the first round. A lot of slapping, a lot of wrist control.
I just found out my friend is going to be on the season of Squid Games. That's crazy. Congratulations to them, and let us know all the juicy little details that they tell you. Break their contract. Break their contract for them. Give us all the deets.
competitor coming too far across the line other than Rusty with his fingers. There's another infraction, 3 points for Raven. 20 seconds left in round 2. If we are even after round 2, we will go to an optional third round. Right.
Honestly, if Raven just stood still, Outlaw would literally be... He would just sell himself the whole game. If you did nothing, Outlaw's going to keep reaching over the line and failing.
Now Raven with 3 points, Outlaw with 2 points. Oh, and a fantastic slap there. Round 2. During the break, Rusty was spoken to by the officials about his fingers crossing over the line of scrimmage. And you can see now that's happening quite a few times. Raven was just awarded a point. Nice arm drag by Outlaw. It's now...
Yeah, that's it, though. It's just Guerrilla Games. I honestly don't know why they added this as like another bit of their competition. It doesn't seem like they've been doing this bit for long. Combat sports, they're going somewhere. We're turning into something. Oh, here's a little something that people can relate to. Found this video on my BF's old iPod of him after coming home from Disneyland. It gets progressively worse. Everybody remembers being a kid. That first time you've gone to an amusement park or like a state fair or something. You have a great day. The one day people aren't yelling at each other and you're like, oh, this was amazing. And then you have to go back home.
Okay, so I went to Disneyland. And it was really fun. Went on 85 rides.
Bro was sending those rides over and over and over again.
Including the ones I went on twice. I went on Indiana Jones 9 times.
That's crazy. Indiana Jones 9 times. Big ups to you, bro.
It was a really fun time for me at Disneyland.
I believe it.
And I'm really sad that I'm here now. And I wasn't ready to leave Disneyland. And I remember me and my cousin, we were singing Hakuna Matata and Zippity Doodah.
I just love that he's crying like his cousin got shot during Zippity Doodah.
I want to go back to Disneyland again. Oh my god.
He really loves Disneyland. To be fair, there's probably some Disney adults that act the same way. As soon as their vacation ends, they're like, I gotta go back to work. No. I need more Loungefly. I need more Mickey gloves and I need more mini slippers. Mini heel slippers. I need them. This is Papa Gut as a child. I believe it. Oh, this is a message to Sandra Bullock. It's a little bit old, so I hope Sandra sees this. She might have already. But, gotta get the message out there.
It's me, Stacey Kenneth, and just so everybody knows, I have never met Sandra Bullock, and I never want to. She's victimized me with witchcraft, and she's a criminal involved in prostitution, witchcraft, and crime. So Sandra Bullock is not a spokesperson for me, and I would never have anything to do with her or her family. It's me, Stacey Kenneth, and just so...
It's the truth. What's the issue? Oh. Oh. I was wondering what you guys were talking about daylight savings time. Oh, don't want to dox myself, but I guess that does dox myself because I forget about daylight savings time. Daylight savings time's lame. You guys celebrate that? You guys actually turn your clocks forward and backwards? Couldn't be me. That's why someone said that I was so early. That makes sense now. That does make sense. Wow. Sorry, I'm registering this now. Oh no. Yeah, I know you're forced to celebrate it. You have to do it. It's against my religion. Yep, there's only a few of them. take a pick. Um, Sorry, yeah, I'm just thinking about it now because now that means what they're gonna start an hour later, presumably. At least in my estimation. What, you don't artificially change your clock? Bro, I don't even look at the clock. I go outside and I look up at the sun. I don't look up at the sun. I look at the shadows. I figure out what point the sun is in the day. I go, okay, it's gone over. Look at a shadow. Look at the length of shadows, the directions that they're facing. Yeah, okay, this is east. You start using everything as a sundial. That's how I do it. Maybe I'm just a little bit different. Can confirm it does not save me any daylight. We are on time, you early. So true. Yep, I'm on a different plane of existence. This was interesting. This came from just a random Instagram account. I went on her account to see if she had other stuff like this. All of the other posts are just like normal, like what would be the way to say this? Like non-creator style posts. God damn it. So this seems genuine. Watch the yarn inside the box very closely. Watch this one specifically, this gray at the top.
Do it.
This is a closed box, it looks like.
Do it. Freaking cookie. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm taking it away. What the fuck, dude? That's crazy. Do it! Fucking do it! Fucking crazy, dude.
I feel like ghosts pick on tweakers because who's gonna believe? It's such a good point. I think so, Robert. I think we might have to wait an extra hour. Yup. In LA, it's currently 10 a.m. Hope I'm gonna be here for a while then. I'm gonna start feeling like this lady at some point.
Do it.
My animals don't give a shit about daylight savings. I want to be like them. I mean, really, it's like I could understand wanting to get up earlier. Maybe businesses move their like opening hours or like closing hours and stuff. Like that would make more sense to me than everybody changing their clocks. Especially because at some point you're changing them back. It's not like isn't there like some idea that isn't like the whole thing the reason we have a leap year is because every year is actually like 365.2, like, you know what I mean? It's like it's something like that where it's like 0.25. So then after 4 years it then becomes an extra not extra I guess yeah, an extra day. Isn't it something like that? Isn't that the reason that we have a leap year? Is that because that would make more sense if there was some explanation for that for daylight savings, but I've never heard that. We should just move the sun. We should just take the sun and move and push it somewhere else, whatever Patrick says. That one goes straight to Alex. That one's for Alex. I mean, there are seasonal hours. Yeah, and that's kind of what I mean, is like seasonal hours would make sense if you just like, I mean, every business could just do that. Just in general, kind of fix your hours to make sure that it fits when daylight is Why does that even matter? Who cares about the daylight? I like it at night. Who doesn't like going out at night? That part on top of it seems even worse. We have light. We have electricity now. Brent, thanks for reminding me I have to get up an hour earlier tomorrow for the standing meeting. with a foreign client. You got to do what you got to do.
Do it, freaking cookie. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm taking it away. What the fuck, dude? That's crazy. Do it!
The way she tells it to do it again. She's going to get, I mean, when's the last time she posted? That was 12 weeks ago. That was a good minute ago. She's posted since, it seems.
Hey,
No, please. Let's hope that doesn't give me a copyright claim. And then we have a little bit of music to go out on. So this one is something to get you a little amped. And the next one's for a cool Monday morning. So this one's going to give you a little bit of energy for the day. It's tradition that every day I buy a new banjo. It's tradition that every time, oh my God, I cannot read it all. Let me lean in so I can actually see what the words are. It's tradition that every time I buy a new banjo, I have to abuse it over a rap beat in true Earl Thugs fashion. Oh wait, I didn't think about this. This beat actually might. Oh no. I really hope this beat isn't like on YouTube's content ID.
Like start off like this.
I think his playing will help throw it off enough. Wait, daylight savings for the farmers? Yeah, just wake up an hour earlier. You guys do it anyways. You get up before the sun's up anyways. You should be, if you're a good farmer. I saw someone in the comments say it, and it's so true. He starts ripping that shit like a sitar. Truly. The four farmers thing is BS. Fun fact, my family farms and we hate daylight savings, just an FYI. That's what I was told. I feel like that's what everyone's told. Who are we doing it for? We're doing it for the government. We're doing it for the man. Stop turning back your clocks. Tell your boss no. Don't do that. Don't do that. And then this one's just a little bit more calm. It's a Monday. You know, just have to, really try and decompress before you before you even get into the week. Make sure the last week's fully gone out of you. That might have been overwhelming to some of you. That's because your chakras are all out of whack. You gotta align them. Just saying. Happy Mondays, my cuties. So true. That would be funny if half the people ran on a different time. I've thought about this, right? It's interesting that we have like a difference, some people run on a 12-hour clock, some people run on a 24-hour clock, but we don't have anything different than that. Why isn't there like just someone who's just like, we don't have a clock system? What are you talking about? The sun comes up and then it goes down. And I'd love to see that. I feel like that's much easier. My brain loves and hates it at the same time. Hey, it's good though. My brain just melts while listening to it. Tosh Sultan? I don't know who this is. But big ups. Damn. And Diplo. Diplo said, "What the fuck?" How come my man Rimparts, is that it? Ramparts. Ramparts never gets the credit he deserves. Sorry, another Instagram one to go. Because I love this guy's guitar playing as well. Oh no. I hate Instagram sometimes. Diverse. We love some diversity. Have you ever listened to Chan? I have not. I was thinking of doing a music stream at some point. Like just listening to, I have like a playlist on YouTube of old songs and different stuff that I found. Some math rock. We love some math rock. Yeah, I've never heard Chan before. I'll check them out. I love me some hefty licks on the guitar. Oh, we'll get to that. Sorry, don't pay attention to that one. Okay, my family is adopted Polish. We're some adopted Poles. I take high offense to Hassan making racist Polish jokes. Only the Poles can make fun of themselves. Only the Poles get to call themselves stupid. That's the way it works. But there's also enough to criticize in Poland, like the fact that the Catholic Church has like a big part to play in the government, the fact that it's very conservative in a lot of its administration. But then he's watching this fucking video by this dipshit. I don't even remember his name. Is it Tyler? Is that what it is? I don't remember what his name is, but this dipshit who's going there talking about, I don't know if he's asking, I didn't watch the video to be fair. But the video was titled something like "Inside the Country That Kills Illegal Immigrants." Because Poland borders Belarus and is the border for the EU, and they send out, Belarus has fucking, the Belarusian leader has been the president since like the founding. And he literally was sending their migrants across the border saying like, "Oh yeah, you'll be able to get to Europe through it. Just cross over." And then the EU, Poland, and you could criticize this for sure, is saying like, no, like the restrictive border for the EU, we're not allowed to like let people in, and basically sent people back out into the marshes and shit. And then they would die in like these terrible conditions that they would have been sent out to without any like kind of hope for asylum or anything. Is this the tunnel people guy? He's not even the first tunnel people dude though. He literally hopped on that bandwagon. This dude's literally a bandwagoner. I hate this guy. I don't hate him. I don't hate anybody, but I very much dislike the energy that he puts into his content. It feels very much like opportunistic. Oh, sorry. I fucking always do this on Reddit. One of these days, I'm going to do some streams on Mixcloud and relive my old club DJ days. I'm still doing research for it. I honestly feel like I didn't do enough last month. And to be honest, I think part of it's because I love horror, but horror media is much more like like all of it's behind a paywall on some level, so it's hard to like talk about certain topics without like doing a high level of research and then doing like almost like pre-recorded content for it. But throughout this month, I do want to break down a lot more of the indigenous Americas and like talk about the indigenous peoples across the Americas. I've started creating a document of different topics, and then I need to go back over them and make sure. I'm going to do one tomorrow. I have a few things picked, and I think I'm going to do it kind of I'm going to start off more broad and then work our way, because we're working towards Thanksgiving for the United States, and I want to kind of give an actual history of the indigenous peoples, because I feel like that's a interesting topic, because like the United States has over 500 tribes, and that's not even all the tribes that there have been. That's just the ones that are recognized currently, and talking about like the different things. So I want to start doing some more streams on different things. The music streams, I think I might make members only, but we'll see. The historical stuff I'm gonna just do live. I'm thinking of doing one tomorrow, doing them on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and then on Sundays I'm thinking of doing some religious streams and talk about different religions, and throughout this month talk about some different native religions and stuff like that as well, because I think that would be a very interesting topic. Hey Alex, what's up? You missed my epic SpongeBob reference earlier. I watched Papa Gut react to the tunnel video, and he said, Tyler, in a very stereotypical voice every 5 minutes. Yo, Tyler! Was it like that? I know nothing about Polish people except the weird jokes my dad makes about them being stupid that I never really understood. Yeah, that's literally the whole thing. The whole thing is just Polish people are dumb. That's the joke. And my dad said his grandpa was like, as a Polish man, was one of the people that was making a lot of these jokes. But that's the way it's like, you know, people are allowed to make jokes about their own people. Some Turk online should not be making fun of Poles for... Especially because, like I'm saying, there's enough to criticize in the government in Poland that just making these fucking stupid, you know, bigoted jokes is just dumb. It's ridiculous. Kind of more jock than surfer. True. Ooh, Jack C. Welcome to Cosmic Access. Thank you. Wow, you really a big spender. Thank you, Jack C. Really appreciate it. Become a member today. Oh wait, I need to...
Yay, I got a subscriber.
That one felt loud on my end, but maybe I'm just... Oh, I did have it a little bit high. Jack C, more like Jack W, so true. Oh, you went to Universal, Alex? That's awesome. But here, let's check out this it's a compilation too. It's not even like one time. It's not even just during this video. Hassan, and during... Oh my god, we'll talk about it as it's going.
But to be honest, like, I'm not sure.
Okay, I think he literally found the only non-white people in Poland. Poland's like, what, 98% white or some shit? How the fuck did he find in Warsaw, like, the 8 people?
And again, that's fine to criticize. I don't have a problem with criticizing that, because, again, there is a lot of conservatism and, like, ethnocentrism and shit that happens in Poland, which is wrong and bad. But again, it's not about... You don't need to make fun of Polish people to talk about existing like systems in their, you know, communities and government.
People that are not white, bro. What the fuck's going on? Like, actually. Warsaw is not that undiverse for Poland. I was there this year.
We asked this question for years now.
No, I asked literally. I do not know where Qatar is on map. Where is Qatar on map? Where is...
Oh yeah, and if anyone didn't know, that like stereotypical Eastern European, oh, where am I? What am I doing? That's a Polish accent. That's people making fun of Polish people. If you ever hear people, like, it's meant to just sound like, oh, just random Eastern European, but it is specifically like maybe I'm just reading into it too much, but I feel like most of the time it reads as a Polish accent.
What is it? Does it exist? I do not know. There is no map in Poland.
He's also doing it really bad.
Please tell me.
He's just doing like a Russian.
Everyone always laughs. They say I'm racist.
Yeah, coming from the guy who didn't know where Yemen was.
I ask not in racist way. I want to know.
I mean, unless you're like a geography major or something, I feel like the locations of different things, like you should be able to find it on a map, to identify it on a map without seeing any names is going to be more difficult for like different countries, especially ones that are not in your like immediate vicinity. So like it is just a funny critique, but like I think the critique comes to Hassan more like weighted because he holds himself as like a knowledgeable person on these topics. But yeah, making fun of it's just kind of like who cares where people know stuff. I probably couldn't name all 50 states. If someone like pointed like where's Pennsylvania, I'd be like what are you talking about? I've never heard of that before.
I have no map.
No, yeah. This is, like I said, my dad's grandpa, my great-grandfather, who was Polish, was making these Polish jokes. It is like some old-school racism. Like, who even thinks about Polish people in modern day?
Does it exist?
Well, actually, I take it back, because I'm pretty sure when Drew Pavlov was having the debate with Lonerbox, he kept saying that bringing in ethnically Polish people would be better than bringing in like people from Afghanistan or third world countries. Which is kind of a funny take as well, because Poland has, like we were talking about, ethnocentrism, so it's like you would probably see similar like erosions of culture as you would from other things. It's just that you think of it as more European and thus better in some way.
I do not know. Only map in Poland. Beautiful map of Poland. That's it. No other map. Maybe Belarus and Ukraine for showing bad country. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm literally...
I can't even say the Belarusian... what's the president's name? Belarus president. It's like some with a K, right? Or Lukashenko, that's it. I knew there was a K in there. There's two Ks in there, but it's an L. Lukashenko. Lukashenko's been the president, like similar to Putin. He's been the president since 1994. It's just like, yeah, Russia. You just think Russia and Belarus are so bad. What the fuck are you talking about?
Trying so hard not to make Polish jokes.
Just do them. You're not trying that hard. You literally just did. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm trying so hard. But come on, dude. I'm not making jokes. No more jokes. Just top of the hour ad breaks.
I almost had an electrical fire last night. I blame capitalism for making it easy for me to own multiple extension cords. You know? I won't blame you for that either. You're just doing your best, the best that you can do. This does come down to the electricians that set up your system. You mean you were just plugging two extension cords together? I think I was misinterpreting what you were saying. Plugging two extension cords together, I mean, that really shouldn't cause a fire that often. I guess I don't want to ask too many details, probably too soon. But praying for you and your home the best.
Okay. Polish people in the chat like, I don't understand what just happened. I just started seeing ads. You're a generational Poland hater? What? Or politics, let's do propaganda? What? The Poland national football team were escorted by F-16 planes to the southern border of Poland on their way to Qatar. Qatar.
You know, I do the same thing where I try and say names in the proper pronunciation for the region and, like, you know what I mean? Like, pronounce it properly. But I do think it's fun. I think that what he did is what Papa Gut always makes fun of, where Papa Gut talks about, like, a white lady at a Mexican restaurant being like, can I get a quesadilla? Can I get a quesadilla? Can I get one quesadilla, please? I feel like he did that. So Qatar, Qatar. It's Qatar. What do you mean? Is it more of a throat noise? I don't think so. I think it's just Qatar. I guess Qatar maybe? No, Qatar. Trying to think. See, I can't say it right. But I did like the way he corrected himself.
All team were escorted
Qatar.
by F-16 planes to the southern border of Poland on their way to Qatar. Qatar.
Oh, he said it really weird. Okay, that's why. That's why he had to correct himself, because he did say Qatar. On their way to Qatar. Just good old boy Hassan Becker. Hassan Becker.
Bro, I didn't know Poland had F-16s, dog. What are they, running on fucking potato oil? How the fuck can they fly for that long? That's crazy. Didn't know Polish people knew how to fly planes. Let's be real. That's surprising to me. Probably surprising to you as well. Okay? Straight up. That's weird. Did not know that was a thing. I did not know that Polish knew how to fly planes. I thought Polish people stare in the sky when they see planes that go.
I'm trying so hard not to make Polish jokes, so let me just pull up a clip of me making Polish jokes instead.
Oh, that's God. You know? I thought they said, what the fuck is that? It must be a godlike figure. I've gotten so much better at not being adversarial to Polish people across the board. Okay? Like, think about that. There was
well, and it's like it's just stupid too. Oh my god. Like, trying to explain it is because when you just say Polish people or just any type of, when you like treat people as like a monolith, like, you are being bigoted, you're being racist or xenophobic or whatever you like, you know, take a pick. You're being bigoted. Because, yeah, there are a lot of Polish people, like, especially younger Polish people, that don't agree with Poland, will just move into Europe. They'll just move into different places in Europe. And so, yeah, like I'm saying, is the conservatism is bad in Poland, and that's something to talk about, but it's not just the point to talk about Polish people.
Exactly. Is that funny? The F-16 was just showing them where Qatar was? Yeah. This is literally everyone, okay? This is more Serbia than Poland. No, dog, this is straight up every fucking... Dog, this is every Slav nation, okay? Every single one, straight up. Yo, I thought I'm watching something about a Polish Nazi guy. Didn't know I'm gonna get insulted like this.
I hope you.
How is CD Projekt Red not taken over the country yet? They have only one computer in the nation. It should be easy. Dude, CD Projekt Red is like representative at its peak. Was like representative of like what? 50% of their fucking entire market or something? Like it was like a ginormous percentage of their GDP, okay? They literally were the economy. They hate electricity so much they literally have a candle on table in broad daylight. Yeah, dude, it scares them when the lights go out.
See, I try not to get stun locked by chatters. I try not to like look at chat for too long. I feel like all he does all day is just talk to chat. Is that what I should just be doing? Adversarial equals racist. I'm a little confused what you mean by that. It just in general, being adversarial. Oh, I get what you're saying. You're saying racism is just adversarial. I get it. Okay.
Bro, I see shit like this. Get mad at me all you want, but it makes me understand where Stalin was coming from. Okay?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Not the best fucking, not the best governor. All right? Made a lot of mistakes. But if I see stuff like this, I'm like, oh, dude, I get it. Like, I kind of get it. I understand.
Yeah, fucking Stalin was totally just sticking up for the Africans, bro. Let's be real. That's what Stalin was doing, bro. He was just standing up for the fucking African migrants. What the fuck are you talking about?
I hear this kind of thing. I hear this kind of sentiment. I'm like, oh no, you're going to the mines. Like, I'm sending you to the mines. You need to work in the mines right now. Okay? You need to go work in the mines immediately. At gunpoint. Sorry. Yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy the show. Oh yeah, that's when last time I got canceled by the Polish. Oh my God. Last time I got canceled by the Polish, it was when this was when I said I'm in Poland. It's like 98% white people here. What the fuck is going on? And then what do you call it? Fucking Stefan Malny meme. White nationalist Stefan Malny meme. Literally.
Like, I think that Hassan literally just believes like USSR propaganda about like anti-racism and shit like that. I think that he's actually just this fucking like brain dead. Because I know like here's the thing. I'm not claiming to be super knowledgeable on this stuff, but World War II is like World War II up to the Cold War. I don't know too much about the Cold War. Is like kind of where I have a little bit more of a grounding. And so I knew that like the Soviet Union's outward presentation was about like anti-racism, but I also know that the actual like in practice that what happened was racism, like both governmental and through like individuals and stuff as well. It's just so like he's literally a propaganda machine. It's actually crazy. From the times I've tuned into his streams to see what he was about mid Leftovers era, he would lean so hard into the slop and clip farm chat reactions for 8 hours. Yeah, I mean, I guess when you're filling 8 hours of content, it's kind of like, what else are you gonna do? You've got to get stun locked for a while. You need at least 2 or 3 of those hours to just be chatting. But let's keep going.
Really retweeted it, and all the Nazis were fucking canceling me to be like, you're so racist. Why did you apologize?
He's an imperialist dick rider. It doesn't matter who. He's so disgusting. Yeah, I guess that's fair. It's just so fucking weird. It's such like a weird dichotomy that he lives in. Like I don't understand how his brain hasn't seized up at this point. Like, it's actually kind of impressive.
Well, because I was a much nicer person back then, okay? I'm not so nice anymore.
Because they are afraid to say.
Wasn't it when you said Poland had no internet? No, that's recent. That was recent when it got on r/Poland. That's still funny. They think, camera, it captures your soul. This is Russian camera. It captures your soul. Do not show your face. This is Russian camera. It will steal your soul. Please do not do it. Please put the mask on. Do you realize that every time you do an Eastern stereotypical accent, you're being so racist? Yes. One day for me, when I stop yelling at women on the street about why immigrant do, I will have wife. It sucks, dude. Stop acting like you and your chat hasn't routinely harassed Polacks even before this video came out.
I mean, maybe that person just doesn't know. For people in chat, the term is Pole. I'll just say it. Polak is a, like, I don't know if you'd say it's a slur. What would you call it? Yeah, just like a derogatory term, I suppose. I mean, because it's the Polish word, but the use of it in English is often used derogatorily because we just say Pole or oh, apparently it's a Jewish surname as well. It could mean a Jew from Poland. Interesting.
You do not. Stop talking about Poland. Why do you hate Kaz the Turkish man? I don't know. You're one Polish chatter. Yeah, this guy's left the building. Thank you. Your anti-Polish racism is excused. Yeah. We have a strong no borders team. I'm here. No, I'm saying like my one Polish chatter has left the building isn't like, wait, what? Everybody loves progressive policies. Then why did Cali vote majority against ending slavery? I can't tell what this one Polish chatter is saying. He's giving me inconsistent messages. Here he is making fun of Pegida. And here he is also hitting the jank line. If everybody loves progressive policies, then why did Cali vote against majority vote against ending slavery? Yeah. You know, I didn't say everyone in California loves progressive policies. Okay, calm down. He's about to hit you with a Polish proverb about Jewish people. That was another bad moment for Polish representation. That was not a good moment for Polish representation. We banned that one Nazi. I mean, I shit on Germany way more than I shit on Poland, but Polish people get so mad. Germans look at it and they're like, no, I get it. It sucks. It's totally fine.
And also, again, it's like, trying to paint Poland as Nazis after, like, it's so fucking weird. Oh, it's just so weird.
Polish people literally would be like, you are a Nazi. You are a Nazi and a communist.
Like, you can say the current Polish government is ultra nationalistic, the same way that Nazis started as ultra nationalistic. That's like an easy comparison that you can make. But to just call them Nazis is being like offensive historically. Like, you want to talk about there's the 90% of it being 99% white Polish people. You want to know the population that was there before that got fucking wiped out? You want to talk about them? Like, I mean, it's just fucking stupid. It's just like,
God forbid I say about Poland. Holy Polish people are actually mad at Hassan, like for real. They're actually angry. No joke. For real, it's actually becoming a problem. It's not the first time I've pissed off the entire country of Poland. Oh my God, they're actually mad. We have a small country, but strong left, and we fight hard to build our community. You continue the dumb Polak jokes, and only, what? Ever talking about how horrible we are doesn't help. Yes, I not only swung the election in the direction of Donald Trump, I have also invented anti-Polish hate and I'm making it worse actively.
If you are propagating it in your community, then you are aiding those who are racist and bigoted towards Polish people. You are normalizing it. It's like, are you actually this dumb?
Listen, Polish chatters. The principle is the same. I California. I live in California. I love California. I on the South. I on the North. I on everything. Okay, it's no different when I on the Polish.
Yeah, because all you do is talk shit. All that comes out of your mouth is a constant stream of caca. That is it. It is like, And that's why people love you. People love you because you are just a deranged, belligerent madman, but not like the good madman. You're an actual, like, you're deranged on a certain level, and you love it. You love it. You love the feedback loop.
Culture or cultural attitudes, right, surrounding immigration. I come with that. I criticize that with the same recognition that there are obviously still very
and all of your all of your ways of shitting on people is just being racist. Like, yes, like it sounds stupid, but yes, white people can be racist to white people. Black people can be racist to black people. Like, it's this, these things can happen. And so, yes, you just making fun of Southerners just in totality is racist on some level. And we talk about, like we've talked about it before, you not caring about the usage of the word cracker. We can talk about whether or not it's that bad, but it is still racist. You are still diminishing somebody based on their race. And it's like, I don't know, it's just stupid. It's stupid to act like, well, you shouldn't care. Go let me just put it this way. Most every black person that I know and that I have known throughout my life would definitely care if some black person called them the hard R. Like, they would care. If they were genuinely in anger, called, like, they'd be like, well, they'd probably be confused a bit, but they definitely get upset about it. So this idea that it's like just okay in every context is like, it's not. Being bigoted is bad, regardless of what angle you're coming at it from. That one white dude, you guys love that one white black Israelite? It's my new favorite video, the white black Israelite. I need it. No, I need it. Kiss my boot, Edomite. Kiss my boot, Edomite. No, come on.
Shut up, Edomite. Shut up, white boy. Kiss my boot, white boy. Kiss my boot, white boy. You coward.
This is the funniest shit ever. Kiss my boot, Edomite. Kiss my boot, white boy.
Coward, white boy.
A white Israelite.
Oh, that video is so good. Oh, it's so fucking funny because it's so stupid. But yeah, it's racist. Regardless of how you want to like look at it, from what angle, it's racist. And yeah, I'm laughing my ass off at it because of how stupid it is. But it's still propagating racism, which is bad.
Clearly leftist Polish people in here in this community. Okay, the only difference is when I make jokes about Poland, Polish people will be like, "You're punching down." That's the only group of individuals, or sometimes the South people will say that. Southern chatters, Southern Hasanabi heads get in their fifi sometimes as well. You've literally used Polish as an insult to other nations. You've described the people, the Poles of, I think it was Turkey.
You've got no talent. You're nothing. I knew the Grateful Dead from 1976.
It did kind of sound like that a little bit. You're not wrong. Very similar energies, except the white black I almost called him a black Edomite. No, sorry. The white black Israelite is clearly not as well versed in the area of music. He's not as well. He's not as his resume doesn't. His rap sheet doesn't run as long.
It was January last year. Holy, this guy's got a mental catalog of when I have disrespected the Polish. What the? Yeah, dude. I say that's the Ohio. I say Poland is the Ohio of Europe. Okay. Yes, Fury sustains me. Yeah, I say Poland is the Ohio of Europe. You don't see like chirping. You don't see Ohio being like, how dare you do that? You need to be locked up. Ay, ay, ay. It's just jokes, chatter. It's not coming from a hateful place, okay? Bro, I am not going to Poland. After you said, it wasn't you, I think it was another chatter who said, like, the entire nation hates you, okay? I don't want to get hate crime, dog. Polish food is not very good. Pierogies are pretty good. Pierogies actually they're pretty good. Pierogies kind of carry Poland. See?
I'd love to hear your best English accent. I can do it better after hearing somebody that's British or, you know, English or living in the northern UK. But I don't know. I don't know if I could just do it off the cuff. Because I've listened to too many different types of people from England. So I feel like it kind of all just like, I'm not even going to try. I feel like I'm just going to embarrass myself. Do you understand how diverse in all aspects Europe is? Yeah, Ohio of Europe. Yeah, I think that it's just dumb in general. Every statement that he's making is really dumb. Should do Fozzie instead. Waka waka. Yeah, there are so many different accents in the UK. That's what I'm saying is like, I don't want to just be like offensive and just just go full Cockney for no reason, or try and sound like a Tory, and then it's just like even worse because I can't do the Tory as good. So I don't know.
He maintains that all Poles are the same mind. No, man, it doesn't take all Poles. It takes just a couple enthusiastic Polish people. Anyway, listen,
your impression of the "you're nothing" guy is literally A++++. See, I think I can do. I'm pretty good at impressions. I'm not that bad. I learned from a young age because I started doing because I learned what it truly is impressions come from the cadence more than the it comes from like the way of speaking more than just the voice itself. Because like everybody that does an Obama, you can go deep, but it's about those long pauses and stuff like that.
I apologize to Ozora and all my Polish chatters if I have offended you. I do not have any smoke for the entire nation of Poland. Okay. Will I stop making fun of every country, including but not limited to Poland? Yes. Poland got pierogies, boiled cabbage, steamed cabbage, cabbage too. See, guys, stop making these jokes. Silly Hazy, every party in Poland is the Nazi party. Come on. Is Poland running off of never again policies as well? Poland is a very interesting country that found itself in between the spheres of influence and has, I guess, like short-term memory loss and hates like the last guys more. And in their hatred of hating the last guys that left more, they've decided they're going to be like the first guys that they also hated.
So, bro, oh my god. Oh my fucking god, he's literally, oh my god. Oh my god, this is so dumb. He's literally saying they should have just joined. Oh my god. He's basically saying they shouldn't have joined the EU and should have just sided with the Soviet Union and just fucking, like, what are you saying? I'm actually like, okay, I'm glad this is over. I'm glad this clip is over. I'm glad this clip is over. This took us too long to get through. That was only 12 minutes the whole time. He's just so bad at everything. I was thinking that he was going to just kind of be like, oh, it's complicated, because he doesn't actually know that much. But instead he's saying that they should have sided with the Soviet Union. Like, that's what it sounds like he's saying. And they should have, like, not joined the EU and, like, what are you talking about?
And by that I mean they've decided their alignment is going to be more Nazi than socialist.
That's crazy. That was actually a crazy watch. Gotta be honest. Here's screenshots from. I realized this when I was looking at this. She's evil Guam. We have Guam. It's Kum. Kum. Mad is on live stream. Her proof of H3 fans harassing her, and this is the proof. I will say, we're going to read through these. Some of these are bad. Some of these aren't that bad. I think that it is wrong for anybody to be going around and just fucking looking up. Oh, I think I'm on like a middle one. Let me go back. I think it's wrong for people to be going and messaging anybody. You don't need to. It's unnecessary. I understand the want. And if you are going to do it, I mean, if you really can't hold it back, be cordial. Try and keep everything above board so that we can not look like a bunch of degenerates. Hassan says the only reason people hate him is because of out of context clips, but I'm convinced that most people that like him is only because of clips that they agree with. Streams seem horrible. No, they really do seem bad. Yeah, most of them are just rude, but I do think in general, just if you don't have anything constructive to say, it's kind of an unnecessary thing that you could have left in like, and some of these are comments, but like if you're going to leave it in a comment. Sending specifically DMs, I think, is going a little bit far. Please seek mental help. You really need it. Yeah, again, we don't need to do stuff like this. You're fucked, girl. That's just that's kind of a nothing. Your 2 H3 videos made me want to start making my own content the way that finding a dead rat makes you want to clean your kitchen. That's just kind of confusing. I guess they're saying that you make content so bad it's making me want to make good content. Yeah, why are her DMs open? I think my DMs are open, but like, hey, feel free, send me a message. I really hope Ethan takes everything from you. Imagine doing a 3-hour slot video and your only source is a subreddit that is led by Bad Empanada, aka the guy who cosplayed killing Ethan's wife on stream, literally said Hitler should have finished the Jews and called CPS on him for being Jewish. Disgusting shit that you signal boost. You deserve to pay for the damages. Not even Denims, Frogan, or Caseytron were that bad. I get that you were probably thinking something like, oh, H3 hate is easy views. I should get in on that ASAP. But even for a quick money grab, you could have done more than 1 hour of research. And compared to all the anti-Semites that you signal boosting with your video, they actually don't say the quiet part out loud. They actually do the research and traverse the gray zone. I almost said gay zones, my bad. The gray zones where they can't get sued. And I will say this is funny. Oh man, I went to the wrong. I closed one of the videos.
The best advice my dietitian gave me.
What is her other channel called? I can never remember the name now. Cruel World Happy Mind. Oh my god. Cruel World Happy Mind. She changed the title.
Structure that.
Because she started saying, I wasn't trying to apologize to Bad Empanada. I don't know, Bad Empanada. I wasn't trying to apologize to him. I'm sorry if it came across that way. I don't know why it would have come across that way. Well, if you don't know, why did you change the title of the video? I messed up to you, Hassan, and Ethan Klein. Here's me reacting to the original. I messed up to you, Hassan, Bad Empanada, and Ethan Klein. Why did you feel the need to delete that out of the video? Just a little weird. Just a little wacky. Mad World, Mad City. Good Kid, Mad City, so true. I'm baffled that H3 fans sent hate, to be honest. It's quite disappointing. Well, I've been saying this, that we don't need to say things like, oh, nobody would do this, every community is going to have bad actors, and it's truly about trying to weed them out. Correct people when you see them doing things that are wrong. Comment on something when you see someone making like a joke in bad taste, and kind of try and redirect the people that we hope are on our side. Because if we can't, the way I thought about this is literally, if we cannot, try and redirect and correct the people that are supposed to be with us, how do we ever expect to change the minds of the people against us? It's all, at the end of the day, it's all perceived opposition. Everybody's just trying to make do. And some of those making do's are different than others, and some of them are more destructive than others. And there's always a way to recorrect. But let's continue. Implying that Ethan and Hila are pedophiles because Ethan made jokes about pedophiles and Hila has, I mean, this is just a terrible defense, gotta be honest. The point isn't that Ethan just made jokes about pedophiles. The joke was that Ethan would make terrible, disgusting, horrible jokes, and then people would see that it's a troll account. And Hila was a hoodie, and Hila has a hoodie with Care Bears is so gross. Even in a hit piece like this, have you no shame? Do you not care about the impact your words on people's lives? I can't believe anyone can stoop to such lows. She took out, what, 5 seconds where she said Ethan was brainwashed since birth by Israel or something? Yeah, I heard she took out that part. It's so, like, you don't need to remove anything now. Either delete the video or leave it up. Because I mean, she's probably afraid that that's going to come off as anti-Semitic and get the video taken down like everything else she was worried about. I don't care about the money. That's why I made the second part a fundraiser. This one's crazy. Again, you don't need to say shit like this. This is fucked up. Weird. This is just a weird statement. What do Hassan's balls taste like? I'm assuming they taste like a piece of shit, just like you. Crazy. Hi, I just wanted to let you know that you're a vile C-word. I hope terrible things happen to you. Again, don't need to say that. Terrible shit. You should not be wishing horrible things upon anybody. You should not be wishing bad upon anyone's life. What you should be wishing for is a correction in their brain, some light to come upon them, the Lord to shine down on them, something that can maybe help impact them into a positive worldview instead of something that is demonstrably destructive to societies. I saw that she was editing her doc while Nick and Guam were reading it. On Nick's stream, he got a notification that said, "Whoa, a lot has changed in this doc. Refresh," or something like that. That's so funny. Getting the actual little like message from Google. I don't know if I'm going to read through all of these. As we can see, some of them are bad. I don't think sending these kinds of hate are necessary at all. But also, did she show the video of her hoodie getting burned or whatever? I like this too. So this is they're almost threats. They're not threats. But this person's literally saying, I hope you take my constructive criticism as just that and not a threat. You can say it's harassment or something, but you are making a video about a creator. Why would you not expect their fan base to then come and have opinions about the video that you made and the context surrounding the topics that you discussed? Like, that seems kind of like backwards logic. Anti-Semitism is so disturbing. Better call Saul, buddy. So disappointing. Biggest fall from grace ever. That video was insane and completely defamatory towards multiple people. Imagine saying sorry to Bad Empeñada. Come on. No, he just sent me a legal letter via email, which I read in this video. And yeah, okay, sorry. You weren't apologizing to him. You were offering a retraction on a statement which he claimed was defamatory, which it wasn't, because you didn't do your research. It's just like, I wasn't apologizing. I was just making a retraction based on a legal threat that he made to me. More than the H3 community covers this story, by the way. I wouldn't 100% blame H3 fans for this. I mean, yeah, it's not 100% for sure. I mean, a lot of it seems like it's coming from her fans too, like a kind of that cross viewership. Aren't you a mother? How would you feel called CPS on you and your kids taken away? What a pathetic attempt to justify CPS and sent skulls too. Not justifying. Apologies if my words got misconstrued. But I also feel that was intentional. I continue to sympathize about how awful an experience that would be, and was trying to say I don't think it's okay for me to speculate further about it in my deep dive. if you're not going to speculate about it, there is no reason to bring it up at all. Yeah, legal letter. From Joan. Your research was shit. Better lawyer up, girly. Worst video I've ever seen. With every argument is a lie or misleading. They continued. Again, I'm not going to read through all of these. A lot of them are just kind of... see, some are bad. And again, some I don't think are... I don't think all of these are H3 like fans. But I do think that there is a big... You know, there's a big swath here. And I think that it's about correcting them, you know? If you see this, no, wrong. That's bad. No. Tisk tisk. You got a good lawyer, see you in court. You are so beautiful. I loved your video and your honesty. You are genuinely a good human being. Much love from Morocco. Don't mind the weirdo foot fungus followers harassing you. The video you did was great. The harassment and bullying you received are so unwarranted. Please protect yourself and take care of your mental health. Comments are bullying. Again, yes, don't go into just calling her dumb and go and be like, oh, you're so dumb. You know. But if, again, critique her research, talk about aspects that you think are wrong. Pick one specific thing that you would take umbrage with in her video and give her a relevant reply. This person's doing she shows up back and forth for some reason too. I don't know. Yada yada yada. I'm yada yadaing the rest of these because I don't really care. Yeah, a lot of them are calling her racist, calling her anti-Semitic. Saying she's spreading blatant misinfo. But again, it's like you're calling out a big creator. You should expect to get... you should do a heavy amount of research because you should expect this kind of thing to come back at you. Because just saying things like propagating Israeli ideas since... You know, you've just been having these Israeli beliefs ingrained in you since birth. What does that mean? Give context for the actual topics in which that Ethan is propagandizing. Which are the things that Ethan is downplaying or things that he's upplaying about the government, like good things that he's talking about that aren't true, or show us some actual relevant like evidence to the contrary instead of just making like vapid statements about nothing. Here's a little something from Nikki D.
He's made a lot of claims regarding what I'm trying to do, but he's never tried to reach out and understand my perspective.
Go fuck yourself. Holy shit, you made a 3-hour video on him, and now you're begging that you didn't get a DM? He didn't even try to call me on the phone! You insinuated that they're like fucking pedophiles. What are you talking about?
I have reached out to him since he made his first Instagram post.
So before I made the video, that would have been like a heavy level of research, right? Like trying to get a statement from Ethan Klein himself. I want to get kind of, people have been saying all this crazy shit about you. I want to do my due diligence. Let me talk to Ethan Klein. You know, this video started out as kind of a hit piece. I believe all of this stuff. What can you say in defense of yourself? Let's talk about this behind the scenes. You can give me your evidence to the contrary, and we can make this video, we can make it up. We can not make it up, but you get what I mean. Make it big. We can blow it up.
Video on him, and now you're begging that you didn't get a DM? He didn't even try to call me on the phone! You insinuated that they're like fucking pedophiles.
Yeah, and that's the part where it's just like and I think that Guam actually uncovered she wasn't calling them pedophiles. She was saying that the IDF the IDF kills people and bombs families and kills children. And so isn't that weird that you would wear childish clothes? Like, it was just such like a weird point that she was trying to make to cover up that she was calling them pedophiles too. Like, it was also just so weird. Today is kind of hurting my brain a little bit. These people are going too far. Is there an episode today? I think there's supposed to be, right? They said there. I mean, Ethan said on Friday that there's an episode today. He said, I'll see you Monday. He said something like that, like always. I bet you I'm right on that. I bet you that's actually exactly what he said. I'll see you on Monday. I'm going to fucking check now. Since we have too much time today. We have too much time on our hands. So I'm actually going to prove myself right. H3 podcast. It's the Juker.
I think it's.
But if people don't, I'm getting kind of tired of spending a bunch of money and then literally like nobody watching it.
Yeah, come on, guys. Go check out if you haven't seen it already. That's not it. Ghost hunting in the Queen Mary. It's got 205,000. It's actually been doing, in the time that it's been out, it's been doing better than some of the other VODs. So it doesn't seem like a complete waste, but it's a segment that's added in while you guys are needing more VODs to upload. So it's just a part of the process. But here.
You always say that after
but it's
Halloween,
true.
But the Halloween episodes, they have like longevity. You got to take the long
Let's
view
see.
on those.
It's once a year. Come on.
Yeah, we have like an hour and a half. We have an hour and a half or 2 hours until they're supposed to start. Let's see. Did they put a thing up yet? Nope. They still haven't even. They haven't even shown up in the office. They don't know what they're supposed to do. They're scared.
Exactly, and it's
but who
tradition.
cares?
It was the.
You guys tell us what you think. Happy Halloween. You better watch it. Until then, have a
Jerry, would you?
What you think. And if you want more, you better watch it. It's probably
I'm not talking up too much.
live back here in Los Angeles. Happy Halloween.
I found
And we'll
it, sorry.
see y'all live back here in Los Angeles, California tomorrow Monday.
Okay, I got that part at least right. He said a little bit more about in sunny, being in Los Angeles, yada, all that stuff. But he always fucks up on Fridays. I've come to expect it at this point that every time on Friday he says coming back tomorrow, even though every stream they take a day off. Or not a day off from streaming. Obviously, they're working behind the scenes, but you get what I'm saying. There's a day off between each stream, so they never stream tomorrow. I don't know why he always does that. Bobby called Ethan. I'm sorry if I missed it, but did you see Bobby called Ethan on Bad Friends, the episode they dropped today? I did not see that. Here, wait, I'm going to check it out now. We'll check it out in a second. We do need to get through the rest of these, but I'll pull that up. Bad Friends. Oh, it's up now? I swear, which one of the crew members is in here right now? Who is it? Who is it? There's one of you in here. I believe it to be true. See, I'm never gonna not be. I feel psyoped. There was one time when I was watching we went to check the content nuke, I think, or it was an update from the content nuke, and I noticed that the content nuke for Keemstar was still highlighted on the channel for the H3H3 Productions channel, and as I was talking about it, it got removed, even though it had been up since the content nuke Keemstar. So I'm forever going to be psyoped that there's one of you in here. There's one of you in here. It's check. Raise your hand, check. Thanks. One day. One day. So true.
I am most hurt about the claims of anti-Semitism. As I've mentioned time and time again, I'm just not well versed in politics. I would really like to understand how one can be pro-Palestine, speak about the disagreements they have with the Israeli government, and still not be seen as anti-Semitic. Sometimes the ways in which Ethan talks about the issues, he makes it seem like that.
It's not about your issues with Israel. It's about your issues with Ethan and conflating the two. Conflating your issues with Israel to your issues with Ethan and conflating them because Ethan's Jewish. It's kind of the most simple thing ever, I feel like.
That's not possible.
a lot of that likely due to October 7th and essentially Ethan having an intense cognitive dissonance.
Reminder, she started this off by
Oh
saying,
my
I'm
God.
way out of my depth with this.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't have.
I'm very curious to hear
Now
this.
she's going to lecture me, right? About my reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, how can Ethan be pro-Palestine but talk about the issues with Hamas and not be labeled a Zionist? That, I mean, literally, I didn't even think it that far through. That is like a perfect parallel that people are not going to be able to contend with, because that's just the truth. That those things can be true at once. All those things can be true, but it's about the ways that you discuss them. And I don't think Ethan has ever done anything or said anything that he has not corrected himself on, and in some cases, that is in favor of Israel or the Israeli government.
To October 7th.
Him being, living in Israel, upholding these, Israeli values.
What are they?
Israeli values. Go on.
And ideals that have been sort of programmed into him from when he was born.
Okay, you're a Nazi.
When he was
you're
born?
like a fucking.
He
you're
wasn't
like a,
born
You
in
actually are
Israel.
an anti-Semite.
You are like, yeah, that's what I'm
That is
saying.
a crazy thing to
Like
say.
you're actually just a racist piece of shit.
I would like to nominate Madison for Rage Bait of the Year. It's not even Rage Bait. These are just like... It shows you what happens when you chat GPT your script. If you chat GPT your script using snark talking points, it's just going to redirect you to all the snark talking points. She has no critical thinking skills, just a parrot. I mean, legitimately, like I said, it's so funny how she said, I didn't use H3 snark. Yeah, you did use other stuff. You used oh my god, you used idf.il. Whoa. You used the iCenter. But like, you got this image from the H3 snark and the context around a lot of these clips. Scroll down a little bit. It was a little bit later. There was just one point where I started clicking through them and all of them were from the snark. This one's from Tim Dillon. I think she talked about that. Oh, that one is actually from H3H3 Productions? Okay, so this one actually is from H3H3 Productions. I was wondering how many of them were from H3H3 Productions versus the H3 snark. Because I swear the H3 snark, there were so many. Polygon. Someone's Polygon. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't expect you to use snark for every single one of yours. Especially when like a lot of this stuff is just like earlier context. Here, I'll scroll down a little bit once we get into the actual complaints. Ooh. Oh, these are all points. Or some of them were before. I'm proving my point really wrong right now because I skipped too far down. It's because this first one does have a lot. See, this first page does have a ton. Oop, and that post. And then there are more down the line, but I think my scrolling is doing me disservice because it's 48 pages. So, even if you want to say, okay, 50% maybe, we'll just say half. Half of them come from Snark subreddit, but at least most of the talking points themselves actually come from the Snark. She took the JonTron stuff from Gokunaru's video that was edited together and looked worse than how it went down. So much so he came back and apologized for that. Well, it's also funny that she edited it. She did a bigger edit to it and made it more noticeable that it was edited, but it was still out of context. But again, in all of these, these are good. And these ones where she timestamps stuff, she's at least timestamping the actual videos themselves. Because that's how it should be. Anything that's this is my point, is any time you're you're using the snark as in Wikipedia too. If you're using Wikipedia, you should go, what the fuck am I supposed to be reading from this? First off, you should probably highlight sections that you're actually trying to get people to understand, because then you can copy link to highlight, because then it'll highlight the section. So if I go copy link to highlight, open a new tab, paste it in, it'll highlight it when I open that. So that'll help people when you're trying to share links with them. But also using Wikipedia, you should probably go to the actual the context, the references of where they got this information, because that'll be more relevant to the topics that you're speaking about. But in the same way, on any type of Reddit, you should not be even using, like I said that she used the H3 Productions Reddit, and honestly, you shouldn't be using Reddit at all. Like, you should probably be going and finding the context surrounding the clips that you found on Reddit. She is as enigmatic as Dax Flame. Her stupidity is so over the top that it can only be a character, but it doesn't seem to be. Either way, it's impressive. Not saying Dax is stupid, he's just awkward. I get what you're saying. It's the energy of Dax with none of the actual talent. But shout out Fupa Troopa for the $10. The 10R. She needed to source from Ethan himself. No, exactly. I mean, I think that's kind of like the biggest thing. Following the incident with Cutie Cinderella, and it's just a link to his... This is what I mean, is like she did not link these things properly. Following the incident with Cutie Cinderella, the podcast crew purchased the button, which follows, and then it's just a link to Ethan Klein. Does this have the button? Or has Cutie Cinderella? Cutie... So again, she could have gone highlight, copy and highlight, link and go, and it'll bring you right to that section so you can see the apology section or see where the button part is. I don't mean to critique like your production. I guess I do mean to critique your production skills. They didn't bring up a point that bothered me about this. Did she fix it?
In a way to...
Wait, she fixed it. Wait. Am I tripping? Wait, what? You guys see it, right? The little black part right here. Is it only in the beginning of the video? Oh, it is only in the beginning. Oh, when she cuts, it changes. When she does the cut. It's so weird. Why did she do that? Okay, never mind. I got concerned for a second. I thought she did even more editing. She's watching. Yeah, a real journalist asks their subjects for comment before publishing. That's what I'm saying, is like, honestly, she should have... I mean, it would have been an insane video, right? To try and actually get Ethan's perspective and like the counterpoints to these claims, and then do an even deeper bit of research to analyze how those things are true or false based upon evidence that you find. Like, you could do something very, like, that's the thing, is I feel like there needs to be like a good Ethan Klein video put out, a good Ethan Klein hit piece, but like from the perspective of actually trying to unravel this, like, these falsehoods that have been laid on him. She needs a button to erase the last month of her career. Imagine writing a research paper without using primary sources. That's wild. My ass would have failed if I did that during college. I mean, honestly, this thing is just so funny. It's the way it's written is so hilarious. Like, there was one point. You guys talking about the pedo troll account? Ethan admitted that it was him. How could he? There was just a point where she used like the same word like 4 or 5 times in different paragraphs, like to start each paragraph off. And it made me laugh pretty hard because I was just like, you really could, like, you need to get better at your writing too. Better at your writing, your video production, your... I hope the pod isn't late today. I don't feel good. It totally will be late. Late on top of daylight savings too. Yeah, look at that. It usually for me says 12:30, but now it says 1:30. 70 minutes. At least we have time to get through all of this. She's still... how does she still not know? So here's her going through it herself. Oop. I guess I could full screen this. Have my chat up.
This looks like a Reddit source as well. Oh, this is a source of Ethan, you know, reporting something. Again, this is what
Why
made
is everything
me
so quiet, Reddit?
a little bit intimidated was I had seen him report something as he was sort of suggesting, like, do we report this video? Do we not? For terrorism. That made me a little bit nervous going into making this content, because I was scared that if I didn't navigate this content,
So this is in response to Ethan Klein's response. So you would presume that she perhaps watched it all the way through and understood the critiques that were being made. Like,
you know, very strategically, that it was going to get, you know, reported as terrorism.
So if you watched his critique, you would understand the reason that original video got reported for terrorism. I'd like to find this clip, actually. Let me see if I can find it on the H3 Snark. And abusing the YouTube report system to attack a content creator. What do you guys think of my typing speed? I think I'm like 60 words a minute or something. 60 or 70. Around that range.
I apologize to Bird Delicious, Do Not Worry number 130 on YouTube.
I am proudly reporting this guy for, let's see, promotes terrorism. Does it promote terrorism? Kind of. I don't know if that's the most accurate. It does promote terrorism. Nice. Check our movement.
Yeah, it's just like a poorly edited clip, and they did clip it out of context, like I was expecting. So they didn't actually provide the other context. They're just saying, oh, that you're just taking it at face value.
Do we report this video? Do we not? For terrorism. That made me a little bit nervous going into making this content, because I was scared that if I didn't navigate this content.
It's great that she proved it, that she proved that that was the context. Like that was the video that she saw. It's like she's proving to us that she has been manipulated. Like that she's been convinced of all of these falsehoods. But it's like, how do you say I've done so much research and all of your research is clips? Like, that's not, I can't watch every hour of every podcast. You can watch segments. You can watch the entire segment, find the original clip, watch the entire segment from it, and then report on that. Not using literally clipping.
You know,
you technically clipped a clip because you are. And it was an edited clip as well, if you look. You like using this filter over Ethan's face and stuff too, so you know that it's not just clipped out of context. They did additional editing on top of it. It's just
strategically that it was going to get, you know, reported as terrorism.
She doesn't know what research means. I'm starting to think that that's what it is. She remembers doing like reports in high school, and that's like as far as her research ever went. Like, my research isn't even that good. Here, I actually was thinking about this, of showing this. My research isn't great. Here was is this it? Not that one. Yeah, because my Charlie Kirk script, the script I wrote for the Charlie Kirk video, it was pretty long. There were actually some parts I cut out. I had like some skits that I cut out at some point. I think for time purposes, or not even for time, I mean like for recording purposes. I wanted to release it in a certain amount of time. But I didn't have it in this. It was in, this. In the script I don't have it, but in this I have I had a notes document that I made. And in the notes document, I show the YouTube clips directly showing the debates that Charlie Kirk was in, showing his direct points, and then I use ScienceDirect.com, use different websites and different things to try and get information, different resources. And I think the Science Direct article was it was about embryology, this was just the highlights. There's no consensus among biologists about embryonic stage represents the time when independent human life begins. But like this is how you clip things. You can clip points in videos too.
We're not dinosaurs. Let me even show you a photo if I may, okay? Do you truly in your heart of hearts truly believe that this is a human being? This?
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt?
Yes.
This is a dolphin fetus.
So let me.
Without a doubt, a dolphin fetus is a human being. This.
In a similar way to linking quotes from articles the way I just showed you, you can right click on videos and you can copy the URL at current time to get direct timestamps for videos. That way you aren't just showing like it's just whole things. I think she did do that actually in here, which is good. Did she? Or is it just the start of the video?
Yes.
No. Oh my god, she literally didn't do any work. She doesn't know how to do good research. But I mean, my sources are, I pull a lot from the actual videos themselves. That was the main part I wanted to showcase. I had another, I couldn't find it, but I don't know where I put it. I had another document that was where I was getting a lot of this information from. But then also I was doing things, because I think I only linked to instances when I needed the reference for quoting and images. But like things like NPR, a lot of these are mostly just his quotes. Support of Doge. Go watch my Charlie Kirk video. It's pretty good. I love shouting it out every once in a while because it's still like 1,500 views. It's a great video. I put a lot of work into that. Bonk on myself. There's a plug on my there's a plugin on my browser where I can download custom cursors, and there's a section of YouTube cursors, and there's an Ethan one and Ela one. Do you like my cursor? I like my cursor a lot. I like the click, like the pointer. Good research is very involved, especially unbiased. So I will say I didn't reach out to Charlie Kirk when I made the video. This I did back in May, I think. I don't remember. I did it a while back. Or no, it was not in May. It was way after that. It was like June or something. I did not hit up Charlie Kirk. I could have sent him a message or DM, sent TPUSA a message, and I didn't do that. Sadly. But in the context of what I was talking about, I was more so talking about his rhetoric more than actually talking about him as a person. Mine's too boring. Aw. I guess I need to download more. See, I loved when Windows used to have them built in, because I used to use the dinosaur one when I was a kid in school. I remember as in elementary school, every time I get on a computer, I'd change the cursor to the dinosaur. Does anyone remember that? The dinosaur cursor? It was this one. Open image. Does anyone remember this cursor? I used to get this cursor for all of the cursors on the computers at school. When we go to computer lab, you know all the computers were loaded up with this. But continuing. She's not making any sense.
Comparing him to Ruby Frankie was outright disgusting, and weaponizing his mental health truly made me realize how cruel you could be. Also want to clarify here, I just meant that essentially there's a lot of content showing, like, essentially online spreading information about how Ethan's behavior is escalating. And when that happens, you gather another side of people that are concerned online and essentially become more and more increasingly concerned. This can be people that are more intense, essentially, aka bad empanada, and can spread things like, oh, we need to call CPS, blah, blah, blah. And essentially, yeah, that's where you can get those sort of claims. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. When
using Ruby Frankie as a comparison to Ethan is terrible for multiple reasons, especially because Ruby Frankie is also an instance in which CPS was ineffective. Yes. So people like to go like, oh, see, CPS doesn't help all the time. But it's because they were coming from like people that didn't have immediate access to the children. Like if they had come from family members or more direct things, it would have been dealt with quicker, like how it was when one of the kids escaped and then went to a neighbor and was like, I'm being held. and then it got dealt with. It's like just having random people online sending messages to CPS does very little, and it's ineffective and a waste of resources. Like, there are other avenues that you can take to try and like do something about it.
Yeah. Comparing Ethan to Ruby Frankie, I kind of feel like that.
Yeah, and that's the other aspect too, is Ruby Frankie also, in the context of she had a family channel where people did see more intimately into their family life and was drawing like concern from the things that they were seeing on video, not the random stories that were told in jest like after the fact. So like that even more so is like an even higher level of like it's just so like ridiculous to even use that as an example at all.
Just came from someone who did not watch my video all the way through and just watched Ethan's live stream. That was not my intention. I don't want to dig myself in a hole right here and speculate on Ethan's mental health or speculate on a ton of different fandoms. As far as I don't think, personally speaking, as far as who sent CPS over to Ethan Klein, I think a lot of that is conjecture. I don't think it's appropriate for me to outright state any claim in my video, and that's why I tried to avoid that. To state that Ethan himself sent CPS over through his own statements versus other streamers sent CPS over through their own statement.
Legitimately, there's a message that they've shown from CPS that showed that the call was unfounded, that they claimed that the CPS said that the call was unfounded. So you, again, not doing your due diligence, not living up to your high level of research that you claim to do.
I don't think that's appropriate for me to outright state in a video. That's my personal opinion on that.
No, we're going to watch the Bobby Lee appearance after these.
I have seen, through instances like Ruby Frankie, when people are escalating their behavior and it's getting more and more serious, you are just more likely to gather a group of people who are becoming more concerned for your family, for your children, and for yourself and your own mental state. I'm not trying to say that in a demeaning way towards Ethan Klein, but it is just the reality of the situation. When you share your life online to millions of people, people are going to look at a pattern of behavior over time, and I think it's just a natural state of being for many people, especially if you're just naturally a concerned person.
I do love that her whole perspective, like her whole demeanor is trying to, it's not even like her true demeanor, it's how she's trying to come across, I guess. Her facade is this I'm unbiased, I'm really just trying to stay in the middle of this and not, I'm trying to stay outside of the whole sphere. I don't want to get in the middle of this because who's to say if one person's right or who's right or who's wrong? It all can be true. Why make the video then to begin with? You can't give us that, you can't give us that now, especially after claiming to, you said yourself that you're a Hassan fan. I was a Hassan fan and I still am. She said it like that too, she realized she wasn't being honest because she was almost saying I used to be, but no, but I still am. Don't be mad at me, Hassan fans, please.
Yeah, so that's my stance on it. Whether someone who called CPS came from Ethan himself and his own statements, someone who knew Ethan personally, or from other streamers and their own statements is, I think,
we do know.
Really hard to track unless
it's not hard to track at all.
You were the person who received the call themselves, or
well, they said that it was unfounded, so
person who called.
We don't know who it is, but we can assume. We can assume at least, in some, I think we can guess within which orbit they fall under. Because we'll say Bad Empanada is I would maybe not. I was gonna say he is like Hassan Orbit, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. He's more like Hate Orbit.
I have no hope.
What's the biggest issue?
I have no fucking hope anymore.
That.
What?
Imagine watching this video and being like, yup. You can't even, there's no shot anyone understands anything.
Yeah, she pulled the Mitch Hedberg. I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too. This isn't new to me.
She's saying.
Bad Empanada claimed to have done it if we were taking people at their word. But she said that she doesn't trust Bad Empanada now. She had a phone call with somebody and they told her that Bad Empanada is a bad guy. What? I wanted to talk about this too because I'm seeing conversation happening in both ways, and I want to give my 2 cents here.
Then there is this
God damn it, Reddit.
Of Gabe. So again, you can take that as you will. I'm just being fully transparent on this situation.
Restart it.
Then there is this Reddit post of Gabe. So again, you can take that as you will. I'm just being fully transparent on this situation of where I got it from. I will say again, Gabe, that is a situation. Are the segment do if you think the segments are funny with Gabe, that's totally fine. I do.
If you think, we'll get to it. We'll get to the point.
Think maybe that's a situation where, it's someone being used for content and engagement. But I know that, he went on the podcast today. But
first off, if you truly believed it to be ableism, because people are now discussing if Uncle Gabe has some kind of intellectual or developmental disability, and regardless of any of that, I think that Ethan and the H3 crew and the H3 community have always treated Gabe with the utmost respect and have not, one, made fun of him in any regard, and two, have not tried to infantilize him in any regard, because both of those things are ableism. Like, Gabe is a grown man who likes to say crazy things, and that's how he was discovered by Ethan to begin with. So this idea that it's like ableism in some way and abusing somebody with a disability, when it has never been clarified, like by Gabe, in the one instance in which somebody wanted to make some kind of clarification and discover something, it was this.
Oh, that's actually a good resource.
Or
I'm
if you
sure.
want to do a psych evaluation live on anyone in the future, White Claw Gabe, perfect.
Let's not evaluate White Claw. Yeah, he's a good man.
we like him as
You know
an
who I
enigma.
would like to evaluate? The guy who puts his dick in peanut butter.
They're never, like, if they were truly just trying to take advantage of somebody with a disability, wouldn't they have just hopped on this? Oh, yeah, they're going to get their, this is like, what do you, like, it's just dumb. Gabe is, yes, people like the absurdity of Gabe, of the certain things that Gabe says, but that's just him providing content. It has nothing to do with any underlying conditions or something. If Gabe was in a wheelchair or if he was like none of this matters in the context of why he's on the show. Yeah, rip shirtless doctor. It's obvious how little she knows about the show when she's surprised he was on the show last week, when he's on every week. Yeah, he's literally on every Friday. Let's be honest for a second. Gabe is the only one that gains something from the calls. It makes no difference for the show. It literally makes no difference for the show. He gets to shout out his cameo. He makes money off of it. It seems like sometimes he needs the money a little bit more than others. He's like, hey guys, you come buy a cameo, like I just want to give it a shout out, because he's probably like, hey guys, send me some bands. Reminds me of South Park. The kids treat Jimmy and Timmy like normal people, but the adults treat them differently. I mean, literally, it's like, the whole thing is, right, you should make an acknowledgement if somebody, like, it doesn't even have to do anything with the conditions. If somebody's making something, like if something is clearly making someone uncomfortable, it shouldn't matter if they have some kind of condition or not. You probably shouldn't lean into that regardless. Like, it's just a funny, like, the type of dynamic that's been developed with Gabe in the show is like purely entertainment and for like the for the benefit of Gabe and his cameo and him as a person and as an entertainer, because he has been in movies and he wants to be a bigger actor. He's wanted to be an actor for a long time. With all the time she's discredited Ethan for having mental health issues, she can't really say anything about ableism. It does make a difference for the show. I'm excited every time I see Gabe's face. Yeah, I think that's true. But that's kind of what I mean, though, is it like it uplifts the community and, like, you know, brings something. But it's not like people are coming for Gabe. It's not like people are like, oh, I can't wait for the White Claw Gabe segments. He's just like another aspect of the show that is like a just like a nice little treat here and there, you know. So they're saying he shouldn't be on the show, and why not? No, yeah, literally, they're saying he has some, they're pointing out some kind of developmental or intellectual disability that has never been, like, pointed out. I don't think Gabe has ever said anything about that. I don't think Gabe has ever talked about that. I feel like I have in my memory at some point someone saying something and Gabe being like, no, what, like, for some reason that's in my head. I could be wrong. But regardless of whether he does or doesn't, that conversation doesn't even need to be had. He has only been treated with the utmost respect. As he should, our king. Fuck baby, fuck yeah. Fuck baby, woo. Fuck baby, yeah. Gabe won me over when he stopped cursing exclusively. When he just started saying all types of stuff. He started just having fun. I mean, Gabe just comes on now and has like a good time. He just gives us a good, you know, a little bit of pizzazz here and there. He hits us with the fuck baby, yeah. It's Friday, baby, fuck. But then goes on about his day, gives us a little weekly update type of thing. I love it. And honestly, I think that is like part of the, you know, it's like that's part of having a community. It's about what does this community bring? What are the different aspects of these different people that we talk to? And then this was someone going over their highlights from the document, so I thought I'd just read these through a little bit. So this is the document. If you want to go on the Reddit or go to her video and check, it's Am I Helping? You can go see her document where she talks about everything. But this person broke down some highlights, including, so shout out Crow4786. Highlights for me include her very first source is an H3 Snark video compilation of Ethan going goblin mode, off to a strong start. This gem she cut out from chapter 2 feels so ridiculous when you realize same person wearing these silly clothes is the same person discussed going on illegal raid. This is the part that I was talking about. So she put that part in. And so I feel like that might be what she was talking about when she was like, it's just weird, right? Why are you wearing those clothes? And it's like, so you're not calling him a pedophile. You're just saying that she's going and doing illegal raids, and her being in the IDF means that the clothing brand is weird. Like, I really don't get it. It's so odd. Sourcing the video, we're still being sued in chapter 3, which clearly explains why the FUPA fund was dissolved, but for some reason she didn't feel it necessary to include that explanation. Repeated reliance on a compilation video by Cobbercast, an Andrew Tate supporter whose thumbnail literally features Tate, uncritically acceptance of an alleged Teddy Fresh insider, a friend of a couple who allegedly worked there, claiming TF laid off a third of their staff, posted on H3 Snark, of course, uncritical acceptance of an H3 Snark comment, not even a post, claiming Ethan skipped Gabe's birthday party. Also, they say Gabe is disabled. Is that confirmed anywhere or just invented by Snark? I mean, they weren't claiming just that Ethan skipped the birthday party. They claimed that he was like mocking him, being like, oh yeah, we can't wait for your birthday this week. And it's just like, he was more so making fun of himself because he knows that he's not going to be in attendance. And I'm pretty sure it was at the time when they knew that Gabe has these crazy elaborate parties with like tons of people anyways. And also, yeah, it being a comment and not even the post is crazy and shows how down the rabbit hole she went. I love the side-by-sides of her opinions years ago versus her now. It's a reliable source. And yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? Her saying, and you can criticize me, right? You can criticize me for only looking at the Reddit. I didn't watch her full hour and a half long video all the way through of her going like, so yeah, stuff like that. I mean, it feels unnecessary on some level. She was criticizing, here's the thing, she was criticizing the H3 subreddit for being the same as the H3 snark. When in reality, it's like the H3 snark actually lies, and that's the main criticism, is that they aren't just clipping stuff, they are clipping stuff for the purpose of showing it out of context to like enhance and like spread even more vitriol. Because legitimately, if you watch them in their full context, and even the clips that you are showing, you would be proven wrong. Like when you showed in the conversation with Bad and Banata, he put in a video where he was talking about Giardia, where Ethan talks about Giardia, and then if you watch the full clip, Ethan, at the end of the topic, not the full clip, if you watch like the full segment when he's talking about it, he says, Sonny just got a poop test. None of us have actually been, confirming that none of them have actually been confirmed to have Giardia. They're just testing. It was an assumption he was making in a joke that he posited on his podcast, on his comedy podcast. Uses Wikipedia to define Zionism, claims the crew are frustrated with Ethan over the Palestine issue, citing a calm, measured discussion as evidence, says Ethan yelled at and potentially verbally degraded AB during a button fail incident. Claims Ethan baited Hassan with the content nuke to provoke a copyright strike. Even that's just stupid. Not even no source cited. That's dumb because he literally called him out to watch it and told him to watch it, which would be an implied license. The video of Ethan going, Hassan needs to watch this, Hassan watch this, is an implied license and wouldn't be grounds for a copyright strike. I guess it wouldn't be grounds for it. You could still technically do the strike, but then it would be able to be appealed very easily. Comments on Ethan's weight loss, citing a tweet about him being on Ozempic, very progressive of you, Madison. Lifts texts directly from the concerns for Ethan Klein's mental state, mega thread on H3 Snark, and drops it into her script. Reads from it for 2 full pages. I do like that they went from fat man bad to skinny man crazy. That's kind of the flip that we had. Fat man bad, skinny man crazy. And this is for, do we need this? Is this what we need, guys? This is for the Swifties, apparently. My latest tailor tat. It looked a little wonky in these pics, but it is straight and lined up, I promise. I protect the family. This is me every time I talk about H3. H3. I protect the family. Great stuff. What do we think? Do you protect the family? Will you get this? Are you on lock? Oh yeah, the section where it's about the crew pushing back about Palestine was from the episode about Lonerbox, was the episode with Lonerbox about Palestine. A lot of the comments were to Lonerbox, not Ethan. I do remember AB pushing back on Lonerbox a bit. It was, you know what? I don't like sending disses to the crew. I love the crew. They're all amazing. Whoever's watching right now from the crew, I love you too. You especially. But I will say it was a bit funny to me how I do understand Hassan's evil, disgusting community. I do understand that. But they did want to come at Lonerbox a lot quicker than they ever came at Hassan. I feel like it took a little bit more wool being pulled from their eyes first. The crew was being really silly in that episode. Bitch is bitter cause without him we're better. Gecko Gang, yeah, Gecko Gang's in here still. I know it's you. Okay, but let's hear this bit from Bad Friends of Bobby Lee calling up Ethan. The section from the podcast is called "The Big C Scares Ethan Klein." Who's the Big C? Is that Fanny's replacement?
Practice.
Fancy's replacement? Fancy's replacement?
How's this episode been for you?
I don't think the hand is good enough to practice.
You want other women to warm up to Paige? You need another girl to warm up to Paige.
No, I'm talking about myself.
Yeah. Well, Carlos is going to search for an escort in Albany right now.
Yeah.
They're not expensive, but
Nah,
it's not pretty.
I feel
Look at the Asian one right there, the number one.
I don't think like escort.
She's black.
Because I need to have that connection.
You're right. Right.
Oh.
You want to fall in love.
Initially,
I
Mandela.
want the connection of knowing the other person.
Right. That's great.
But she doesn't know about me though.
Well, she's got to get to know you. And you're a get to know guy.
we can go eat sushi on a date.
Okay.
I can tell her about some anime stuff.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I said that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She says that she's half Asian, so
Yeah, you dropped the ball.
it's on her blood.
Yeah, I think it's dead. Yeah.
Can we go? What about Ethan?
No, we're not. We can't just call celebrities.
Yeah.
It's not celebrities. It's
What do you? I mean, if I call Ethan, what would you say? Because I'm a little nervous because the.
No, let him do it. You might as well.
I can talk to Ethan because he's a guy.
Right. But what are you going to ask him? Because I don't want to call him and then have you like.
I already know that Olivia is not on the show at the moment because of the stuff going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm afraid to
Is this guy an actual fan? I can't tell.
call him. Should I call him?
I think you should.
Okay.
I mean, it seems like.
I will just tell him that I love the podcast.
Okay, yeah, he's just a real fan. I was concerned for a second.
He's my number 2.
Oh, it's the number 2. Okay. He scares Ethan Klein. I guess Ethan just gets scared for no reason.
Number 2.
Hello?
Ethan, it's Bobby.
Yeah, how are you?
You're on the Bad Friends podcast right now.
LOL, he's not a celebrity. I mean, it was funny because you see Bobby's hand when he goes, "We can't be calling celebrities." Bobby looks at his phone and immediately started picking it up, and he was like, "Ethan's not a celebrity." He immediately started pulling it up.
I just want to let you know.
Okay, great. How's everybody doing?
We're doing great. We have a super fan here.
Ethan sounds so mad to be called while someone's live for how often he calls people alive.
Bobby.
Yeah, how are you?
You're on the Bad Friends podcast right now. I just want to let you know.
Okay, great. How's everybody doing?
We're doing great. We have a super fan here, and he wants to talk to you. If that's okay.
I'm expecting something odd. Let's hear it.
No, there's not going to be anything odd. He's odd. He's odd for sure. Okay, so
I'm not hot.
yeah, you're gonna talk to him for a sec. He's has some questions to ask you. Okay.
This,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll hold it for you.
Ethan, I'm a big fan of the podcast. I've been watching since the Babe Nation days. Super big fan. And I just want to tell you that I love the show. I don't miss a single episode.
Is this postery odd? I think it is.
Fucking get to the point.
You can talk now.
No, get to the point.
Well, that's very sweet. I really appreciate that. Who are you?
I'm just a random guy.
No, just say your name, man. What the fuck, man?
Why are you in their studio?
I got lucky.
Tell him your nickname.
They call me. Huh?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
They call me the.
The way one of his sons was totally just like, who are you calling? Who are you talking to right now? He's like, I can't even explain this to my son.
He called me the Big C because my name is Christopher.
Okay, very interesting.
Yeah. I'm just calling because, I think I like Olivia a lot.
You said you weren't going to mention her.
Go ahead.
Okay, so are you so you're a fan and you like Olivia?
Yes.
Okay, you said you think, do you want me to? That's great. I mean, you can like her. It's okay.
It's okay to like her. Yeah.
Yeah. Good for you. Lots of people like her. I like her too. She's super nice.
Can I take her on a date?
No.
I don't think that's really necessary. I don't think that's really up to Ethan. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, so who doesn't have a crush on Olivia? Alex. He said she's too woke.
It didn't work out the way. Hold on. It didn't work out the way I thought. It got really uncomfortable.
I'm like.
Okay, listen.
I'm
tell. Hold on. Stop. Hold on.
Yeah.
Percy, wait. Hold on. Tell Big C.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That that I'm gonna do everything in my power.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Thanks for picking up. I wouldn't. I want to see you soon. I love you. I miss you. And thank you so much for picking up. And watch the H3 podcast. It's one of the best podcasts in the world. Okay?
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, Ethan. I love you.
Andrew, you're there?
Yeah, buddy.
How are you? Nice to hear from you.
Great to hear from you. I know it's. I'm a little. Today was weird.
Yeah, today
has been weird on the show. And Big C is here, and I don't know if this was a good idea or a bad idea for him to call to talk about Olivia, but he is very excited.
So are you like a stalker, Big C, or are you
No.
I'm casually interested?
I'm actually interested in.
He's a nerd.
He's a sweet guy.
Sweet guy.
Just to be clear, you haven't Googled her address or anything, right?
No.
I'm not that stalker.
All right. Well, I don't know. I mean, it sounds kind of serious.
I know. That's why I got uncomfortable. So,
Do I need to call the police?
What?
Do I need to call the police?
No.
Okay.
No. We'll take care of it on our end. I apologize for bothering you. Thank you for picking up. We love you so much. And
I love you guys.
bye.
Have a great show.
Bye, buddy.
Right, bye.
I keep dropping balls.
We're not calling. I'm not calling anybody else.
No, that was a good little crossover. I like that. So Fupa Troopa made a video about this. I think we all know about it. So let's check it out though. Just want to give this a shout out as well.
Was adaptive of the Gandhi philosophy of nonviolence, but he saw it wasn't getting anywhere with him, and then ultimately.
Wait, who?
Interrupt for a sec before we move on from Mandela. It was my understanding that initially Mandela was adaptive of the Gandhi philosophy of nonviolence, but he saw it wasn't getting anywhere with him, and then ultimately he felt that violent resistance was the only way to combat the apartheid.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but it depends on what kind of violence, right? So they decided that they had to pursue something else. They had to go underground. But even then, in his own words, they chose between different kinds of resistance, different kinds of violence. You could go for a revolution, you could pursue terrorism, you could do guerrilla warfare, you could target soldiers. But the option that Mandela chose was what he called sabotage. It was to attack government infrastructure like power plants, or to interfere with the railways or the telephone communications, or to pull down pylons. Because the whole idea was that the goal was to make this system, the apartheid system of South Africa, ungovernable. It is not sustainable. And because the black people were the majority in South Africa, the large majority, if we do this, then you are going to be forced to concede, because otherwise the state's going to collapse. And he specifically said that he chose to do that because sabotage did not involve loss of life. That's his exact words. He also said that it offered the best hope for future race relations, because bitterness would be kept to a minimum. These are his exact words.
Ultimately, he felt that violent resistance was the only way to.
I was just basically trying to show that the crew was misunderstanding or not listening to Lonerbox. No, that's how I felt when I was watching it too, and it's hard because Lonerbox does. He has a lot of knowledge packed into his brain, packed into that lovely head of hair, But it's like when explaining these things like as rapid fire as he does, it's hard when trying to then contend based on your own like preconceived like notions. And so like I don't blame AB or anything, or like think he's like dumb or wrong or anything like that. I do just think that what we were saying is like the conversation wasn't even necessarily like super heated or super aggressive or a big back and forth. It was literally a conversation that was a discussion trying to move people's knowledge, you know, their knowledge base ahead. Yeah, he was clearly nervous here that he had to speak on others' behalf. Lonerbox came into the H3 verse with a bit of a reputation for his being associated with Destiny, so that probably colored their opinions. Yeah, that I think that probably too. But I mean, he's been disbanded from Destiny for a long time, at this point at least. Lonerbox, but I mean, I guess if anyone was the closest with Destiny, it was probably Lonerbox. They went on a trip to Israel together, where they actually did do interviews and stuff. It was actually pretty good content, to be fair. Lonerbox is also very factual and analytical, whereas the crew was speaking about their understanding and emotion. Lonerbox is political Alex to fiction, so true. I have found that because he's Scottish and autistic, his cadence, humor, or tone is often taken the wrong way. There have been moments where he's made some jokes that people do not get. Oh, the Scottish. Bonerbox. Bonerlocks?
Ultimately, he felt that violent resistance was the only way to combat the apartheid.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but it depends on what kind of violence, right? They did resolve the violence, but their violence was damaging, destroying government infrastructure. Occasionally, people did die, but that wasn't their policy. They weren't trying to kill people. They were trying to disrupt the system and make it like an impossible system to maintain.
I think that the problem is that also Lonerbox's tone is often, because he comes from that debate sphere, so I feel like a lot of his tone does come across as debating.
I think between the 70s and the 80s, like 76 and 84, I think only 71 people died in MK.
Oh, we have a thumbnail? Oh. See, I was thinking about this because Ethan said she looks like a ventriloquist dummy, and you can't keep using that. Dan's right. She looks more like a porcelain doll because she's using a lot of highlight and blush. So I think a porcelain doll is a bit more fitting. She does have nice skin. We're not coming at that in any way. But there's something uncanny valley about it. And now that I know that now that I know that it's Love doing these thumbnails, Love, if it's if you're Gecko Gang, you better make these thumbnails. This one actually looks pretty good. I'm not hating on this one. Sometimes those AI ones, those early thumbnails, they get me. They give Ethan a herpy on his lip. This one didn't. I'm okay with it because Ethan didn't get herpes. She does have a bit of a Mormon glaze. This was a hard watch live. I did feel weird watching this live because it was just like, there were moments where I was just like, AB, come on, please. But I get that AB is in like the hardest, he's in like the hardest position because it's not even that he's necessarily pushing back. Well, obviously he's pushing back because it is his own opinion, but he's also feeling a weight of, I don't want to say authority, but it's like a weight of, like, just a weight. I don't know, just a weight put on him from different communities that feel like he needs to be the spokesman for them in that, in those instances. When in reality, it's like all of these conversations shouldn't. I mean, in most circumstances, most conversations shouldn't be a debate, and they should come from a place of trying to educate each other based on like factual information and like evidence, things that you can actually like showcase, rather than just feelings that you have on things that you've seen. Because if all you're talking about is stuff that you've seen, you're gonna get lost in the weeds real quick. Oh, there was actually a Lust video I talked about wanting to watch. Are you okay if we don't finish this Poopa Troopa? I think we've all kind of seen this, and I gotta be honest, I think it's gonna make me cringe a bit. I will recommend everybody go subscribe, drop a like. Go check out Fupa Troopa's newest videos that he's been doing as well. I'll recommend this one the most because low-key,
Gaza is a...
we showed this on when Alex did the charity live stream. But it only has 66 views once uploaded to his account. And I think that shows how little people care about like the actual conflict and genocide itself, and how much they care about just the propagandizing they can do for their own side, using it as a as their facade. But definitely go subscribe to the Troopa, the Fupa Troopa, at Fupa Troopa H3. This is the last line of defense. It looked like the crew felt like they needed to go hard on Lonerbox from the start before he even said anything bad. Kind of like Sam Cedar debate. It did kind of just feel off to me. That's why I'm kind of like, I don't want to watch it too much just because, like I said, I don't think that it's coming from like a bad place from any of them. And I don't think your video is trying to showcase it as such, but I do think that's kind of just the way it comes across, because there's instances where they're just kind of just a bit wrong, I guess. Oh, there was an update. Maybe I'll watch the update real quick because it's shorter. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I've never seen this because I watched the full Lonerbox conversation. No need to watch it. I was just showing it. I'm cringing at my editing. LOL. No, I honestly like the way you were putting it together. I like your editing style, Fupa, Mr. Troopa.
Thanks for the 199. You handled the AB shade really classily. Good job. Oh yeah, me and him are fine. We spoke yesterday. Spoke to him, spoke to Ethan. It's all good. H3 thread about me. The Lonerbox situation.
Interrupt for a sec before we move on from Mandela. It was my understanding that initially Mandela was...
Q&A? What's the... Is this just a segment, or...
I only capitalized the M in 10 minutes, but that's because it needs the most help, because we know that they aren't going to start 10 minutes. If they're late, it's going to be 30 minutes. If they're earlier on time, that is a possibility, especially with them being, it being daylight savings and all. Oh, Alex the Fiction's Lonerbox interview comes out tomorrow. I'm excited for that.
Whose video is this? It's like an anarchist, Hassanarchy.
Interrupt for a sec before we move.
What is this channel? I see things of this channel all the time.
They're all lefties. Call it how it is. They all came in predisposed, not liking Lonerbox. Yeah, I do feel like that was part of it. I mean, like I said, I don't think any of them came with like necessarily a bad intention or like anything like that. I think that it was purely them wanting to express their own viewpoints from a perspective of somebody that had already been swayed on Lonerbox, like swayed away from. Because you could tell, I mean, they've had, I mean, no shade to AB, but AB was like the last one saying that the snark was, like, not everybody in the snark is bad, or some people are just trying to, and then he finally realized that was just a load of hooey too. But I do think that AB and the crew, I think the crew is more prone to audience capture than Ethan has been in time. But give it time, and I think they'll all make their own way, you know?
Do they talk? This is
Lonerbox's appearance on the H3 podcast to discuss the Israel-Palestine conflict started as a chance to delve into complex issues, but turned into a rather tense conversation. Despite both sides seemingly being in agreement on key points, there was a noticeable friction that stemmed from differences in communication styles and underlying perceptions. As a political commentator, Lonerbox focuses on data, pragmatism, and achievable solutions. This is a more analytical approach that can sometimes come off as detached, especially when discussing emotional topics like this one. Additionally, Lonerbox is autistic, which may impact how he conveys empathy or connects emotionally.
Whoa. Who's this guy?
Good thing is Loner is very classy, and I don't think the crew's attitude really upset him at all. I think he was happy to have a platform to discuss things, and generally, I think that having like mild pushback in discussions does benefit your like takes more, because you're able to then qualify the things that you've said instead of having to like contend with arguments later on. So like when you're able to qualify things early, it kind of aids your argument more. So I don't think having pushback is necessarily bad, but it's about what the pushback actually is. Because like in the first instance of the video we were watching before, the Nelson Mandela thing, like unless you have a deep understanding of Nelson Mandela, I wouldn't find it like I would never talk about Nelson Mandela or his history or anything like that. Like the only parts that I understand about like things like Malcolm X or like his the way his philosophy changed because of religion. That's kind of the basis I know about Malcolm X. Like I'm just thinking of different people that like throughout history as like social different activists for civil rights in different eras, but or in different areas, I suppose. But in general, I don't know too much about it and wouldn't speak on it too much. And I feel like some people are too comfortable speaking from like an uneducated perspective, because I'd probably be quick to just start Googling things real quick, start chat GPTing to get the information before I just start yapping on. He was a little upset about AB calling him a self-hating Arab. That's why I made that video, to clear things up. Well, yeah, I mean, that's just kind of like that's a low blow with kind of a like lacking evidence.
While this doesn't diminish his points, it can lead to misunderstandings, particularly with a group that approaches the subject more emotionally. A major source of disconnect is the current trend where any criticism of Hamas or Palestinian actions can be seen as anti-Palestinian. Lonerbox, like many others, condemns Israel's actions, but also holds Hamas accountable. This nuanced position is often overshadowed because he's not placing sole blame on Israel. Ironically, Ethan faces the same backlash online for similar reasons. Another issue was the type of questions being asked. The crew often posed impossible or deeply philosophical questions, such as, what's the solution? Or is this right or wrong? Lonerbox never claimed to have these answers. His focus is on addressing what's practical, not providing grand solutions no one has. Finally, it's worth noting the influence of Hassan and his circle. Hassan has been openly critical of Lonerbox, often unfairly, which seems to have shaped the crew's perception before the conversation even began. Again, Ethan faces similar issues with misinformation spreading from these same circles. In conclusion, I believe this kind of disconnect is counterproductive and perpetuates—
Stop watching this, I'm cringing at myself. I'm sorry, Fupa. Everybody go subscribe to Fupa Troopa. But now we'll watch the LUS video. Shout out Fupa Troopa, shout out Lonerbox, shout out Tony at LUS. That's his name, right? I don't want to be getting it wrong now. I don't think so.
Hey guys, today I am going to talk about two things that are very important for this case. One, there was copyright infringement. I believe there was copyright infringement even before the nuke, even before Denons, Frogan, and Caseytron would live stream. Basically, I don't know what they were doing, but essentially sharing the video and not really transforming the video in any fair use. There was instances where people on the Reddit, the H-Free Snark Reddit, were showing links to something called YouTube, like YouTube.
And this was one of the things I keep harping on, because they keep liking to talk about, oh, we're Denims and this and Frogan, and we didn't do anything wrong. We're showing clips on Reddit. YouTube is a mirror site that is meant to siphon views away from the traffic on YouTube. That is quite literally the purpose of the site. So it is like, that's copyright infringement. It just is.
YEW, I've never been on it, but apparently it's a way to live stream. So if you don't want somebody to get the views or the revenue, you can just use that.
Tensions were high around that time. I would think AB regrets what he said. He probably felt that he had to prove himself the same way because of all the snarker heat. That's my hypothesis anyways, not to be too parasocial. No, I think that's a fair kind of like analysis or read of the situation. Obviously, he doesn't have to come out and like give his full statement on how he felt at the time. But I do think that there was a lot put on him from a bunch of different angles. And also that neuroticism that he's always talked about in himself as well. Like he's always overthinking shit anyways. So love to you, AB. If you're Gecko Gang, love to you, AB.
Service, and they will basically, you can watch the same content that you wanted to watch without supporting the makers of that content. Essentially a way to hate watch, if you will. So if you hate a content creator so much that you don't want to give them any views or any support, you can use the system. Now, this has been well documented. In fact, early in January, I was approached by a H3 Snark moderator. This was before it got shut down. And they wanted to have some advice on how to protect themselves from DMCA strike. So this has been going on a longer time than just with Denon's in this lawsuit, right? So it isn't one video or two videos. It's not just the Hassan nuke that is in question. It's literally like every video Ethan's ever made, at least since early 2025, has been copyright infringed. And you might ask, okay, well, why didn't he do anything about it? He tried. He had the same lawyer on this case go on Reddit every single time and say, hey, they're stealing this, they're stealing. So Reddit has a submission form, and he would fill out the submission form and send it to Reddit. Reddit did not care at all. So yeah.
And again, this is about wholesale re-uploads of the full content. This is not about clips. This is not about little segments to showcase stuff. This is about re-uploading for the purpose of avoiding going on the actual channel.
Here you see the H3 Snark.
This is not constructive. This is not fair use in any regard. This is not transformative. Come on.
My team giving the link to a website. I believe this website will just basically be the same video, but it won't give the person the view. So it's essentially hate watching, right? You don't want to support, and they would post this website a lot. So when you're a content creator and you're trying to get views, which is really important, not only for AdSense, but also for sponsors, right? A sponsor is going to pay more money if they know more people are watching. So they're taking that part, that monetization away from Ethan, and still very interested in watching. These people will watch. You have no doubt that they will watch. Then the question becomes, how do they not monetize or not help Ethan in any way possible? So very fascinating that people would go to this extent, right? It seems like a lot of work to me. Somebody has to put the stream up. Somebody has to do a link all the time. As you can see, yes, they're always posting that link.
I did not see the title for today. What is it? Talking to Cruel World Happy Mind about her video on me. The DM worked. Whoa, no way. Whoa. Now here's the question. Here's the real debate we're going to have right now. The real question at hand. Do we think this is going to be a constructive conversation in which her mind may be changed? Or is this going to be her doubling down for all the Hasanabi heads trying to save face for them? That's what I'm wondering. It is surprising. We finna eat this week. Nah, this is wild. I mean, good on her. This is like, I think this is probably the best thing to do, but I'm wondering how receptive she's going to be to it.
From the moderators to the just random people in the chat.
She's going to be tripling down, quadrupling down, one may say.
No one wants to watch using YouTube. No one wants to watch using the streaming service. So back to this initial assessment. Oh, Ethan just kind of sued him out the blue. No, this has been going on from what I can see, at least since I was contacted. There have been copyright in January of 2025. And here you go. We encourage folks to watch on YouTube since it doesn't play ads or contribute to their view counts. Love that. There's no question as to why they're doing this. They're literally telling you in the comment section and upvoting themselves. So here is Ron, the attorney. He is trying to handle this with Reddit. So the timeline is very important here. When I was contacted by an H3 Snark moderator, they were dealing with this. They were dealing with Ron, their attorney, Ethan Klein's attorney, contacting Reddit. Occasionally, Reddit would take down some stuff. Occasionally, they won it. It seemed almost random. And I do think Ethan Klein has an interesting argument. Now, I don't know. Again, I don't know the back-end operations of Reddit, so it's hard for me to definitively tell you this. But it looks like other H3 Snark, other Snark Reddits are really easy to take down for harassment. Like Adam McNair, he had a very small Snark Reddit of 1,000 people, and in my opinion, they didn't do anything too bad. I mean, supposedly they were reporting to ICE and so on, and again, he made a big deal about it, right? But and of course, the ICE situation fell right into his demographics and what they think about ICE. But they took that down in 24 hours or 48 hours after he complained about it. So and that's a much smaller. That's a much smaller snark Reddit, so they didn't have that much time, and it's wild, right? It is wild how fast they took Adam McKine's snark Reddit down, and how even till this day the age-free snark Reddit is still up. Probably in this case it's good; it's been shut down, but you can still use it for legal. You have a lot of really crazy characters as moderators, and they really hate Ethan. I mean, there's no other. I'm not going to speculate why they hate Ethan. There might be a million reasons they hate Ethan, but they really do hate him, and they do hate his family as well. It's been really apparent to me that like they just when you won't even give somebody a view for content they created, but you can keep posting. I mean, that just seems like so much extra work to hate on somebody, right? Why not just watch the thing? The legal rationale, the legal. So this has been number one. This has been going on for a long time with the age-free snark, and I believe they are the main target. So number two, I think this thing is just about age-free snark. Then in Frogan still has no update today. Like, you know, Frogan has not been updated since August 5th.
Oh, yeah, I guess she missed that deadline again, didn't she?
And they should have had an update, maybe even like 3 weeks ago.
No, then they got an extension done. But I think she missed that extension too if she hasn't responded.
I think these cases are as important to, because let's talk about the impact to their family. Age-free snark has had a massive impact to Ethan's family. Denon's, Casey Tron, not really. Frogan, I mean, these are free people, but they're not sending skulls or they're not calling CPS. Again, maybe they are, but I don't think that they are the main perpetrators. I think it's the age-free snark mods. And at the end of the day, like the history goes back a long time between age-free snark and them. And you look at what they do, look at the time, you look at they're still responding, they still have their own, again.
Oh no, the extension was for October 3rd. So the extension was from August to October. And then it's been a month since then. That's crazy. She's really just trying to ignore it for as long as possible.
Evolution of their subreddit is still quite active even today. You have to ask yourself, like, if Ethan Klein doesn't step in, will they ever stop? Right? Like, probably not. I mean, Roman P is still going on, and there's a lawsuit with his name on it. He just doesn't seem concerned at all. So what other avenues do you have? So if you contact Reddit, so they definitely have tried to contact Reddit. Reddit, for whatever reason, will shut down Adam McNine's snark subreddit like this. We're talking about like within 48
Adam McNine's
hours are shut down.
McNair.
From, quote, ICE reporting, right? As an immigration lawyer, I'm very skeptical that Adam didn't report himself and then screenshot it. And he didn't self-report. He just kind of got to the page where it seemed like he was going to submit it to get views and clicks. You know, Adam being Adam, right? At the time, I think he was in the U.S. for a visa to do a comedy show. Well, comedy show, you need as much press as you can get. So why don't you generate some good press about, or some press about you, so then people can go pay you to see your comedy show? Now, on the flip side, I think...
Yo, this fucking video from Legal Mindset's crazy. Myth of St. Floyd debunked. What the fuck? It was right in front of us the whole time. How didn't we see? Why was everybody talking about his fucking his sexcapades? Why aren't they talking about this?
When you talk about the age-free snark, the fact they're anonymous, the fact they still continue to post, this thing may never end, right? It may never end, but at least you can get, you would show that, hey, what you post on Reddit beyond a certain line. And where's that line? The line might be involving people's families. It might be involving their children. The line will be different for every person, but as a policy overall, you shouldn't involve children in whatever you're doing, right? If that's calling CPS, if that's sending skulls to the... It's just not cool to do, and the children have literally nothing to do with why you dislike this person, because they're not like on the show talking about their political views. They had to sue. There was no other alternative. They went to Reddit, and Reddit said, go after yourself. I mean, they hired an attorney, Ron, the same attorney here. He went to Reddit every time there was copyright infringement. He went to Reddit and he reported. And the age-free snark subreddit not only got not shut down, but it got stronger and got more people and got more vicious, I would say. I mean, because there's pushback, right? So they understand that they're being attacked. That's why they emailed me. They knew that they were going to be attacked. So they wanted to attack back. It's one of these things where maybe if I attack you, you would think a little harder if you want to DMCA strike me again, right? If there is pushback from the community of the age-free snark Reddit. So in reality, I don't think this case has much to do with Denon's Rogan, because like, what is it? Has Denon's impacted Ethan Klein and his family? Maybe a little bit. Has Frogan? Maybe. Has Casey Trott?
Roman P tried messaging Guam during her stream. I had popped in and out of her stream. I didn't see that. That's crazy.
Maybe, like, very when you compare it to the damage age-free snark has done, it is very minimal indeed, in the length of time. So let me ask you guys, you guys may not have YouTube channels and so on. What if, like, you had like a coworker or I guess like a distant relative, and somehow they created like a Facebook page or a Reddit thread, and all they did was post bad things about you, nonstop. And then so the first thing you would say is, "Oh, I'm going to go to Reddit and then ask Reddit for help." Okay.
We love you, Rum Tum Tugger. Stay strong. Don't do leave it on mute. Give me the views.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to hire a lawyer. Maybe that lawyer can ask Reddit for. Okay, they did that. Well,
to turn on closed caption for the live streams. I'll see what you guys think. What do you guys think? You like this? I can move it around, make it work for us. But yes, that was that. There was, let's see this. Okay. So this is just a little shout out someone recommended for me. An H3 supporter, someone on TikTok.
Madison Harnish, aka Cruel World Happy Mind, says that Ethan Klein scammed fans out of $170,000 for FUPA Fund and spent it all on himself. But was it really a bait and switch? Let's check the receipts. Was the money explicitly for H3's defense, first to fight the lawsuit that threatened fair use for everyone on YouTube? Yes. Then the excess funds went to FUPA as a bonus. Donors knew this. It was a community to stand against copyright bullies, and the win set a landmark precedent protecting commentary videos industry-wide. Ethan was transparent from day one, and the fund's creation amplified the community's role in a bigger win.
Pretty good video. I need to start talking like that and opening my mouth more because I feel like I slur through all my words. I need to just start talking like this. If I talk like this, then it actually makes it easier for me to get my words out. Bop, 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 bop. But yes, the next video we are going to pop on is this, which I honestly haven't seen before. I don't know how many of you have seen this. This is from 7 years ago. This is just how we're going to play it out. We'll see how long we actually play it for. But this is H3H3 I almost said Jacksepticeye. Jax Films, sorry, and Elliot Morgan. You posted that on the Smosh channel?
You posted that.
Started. We are live. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to check their... I could have sworn there was a post I saw. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I'm spreading misinformation. But I really do appreciate it. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Go check out my other streams too, my other videos. I do all types of stuff. Wait, what? Bruh, Smosh claims? Wait, what did I get claimed for? What? Bro, what?